The golden eagle, the largest bird of prey in North America. Capable of impressive dives, fast speeds, and out-of-control maneuvers. In 1994, Emerald Peaks invites you to feel that fury. The all-new Golden Eagle, one of the greatest thrills of your life. Opening soon at Emerald Peaks.
Good mythical shmorning everyone, and welcome back to Emerald Peaks. We are currently entering the 1993 season, aka year 6 for the park, and if you saw the last video, you know that for 1994, the park will be getting an aero-suspended coaster named Golden Eagle. We got a bit of a head start last episode by building the station and lift, as well as starting on the queue line, so for this episode we're going to do the actual layout for the ride, and then we're going to finish the queue off. I would definitely classify this as a family thrill ride. It's definitely entertaining enough to enjoy as an adult, but I think some of the braver kids can handle it. But that's pretty much all to start off. We're going to finish up this layout and then I'll catch up after that. This layout will pretty much stay as is from here. I do mess a bit with the friction later on, but I made a lot of different prototypes for this ride before I filmed the episode, and this was the one that I liked the most. It's still a relatively short ride. The park is kind of lacking a ride with a super long ride time, but I do have one planned for the future with a lot of tracks, so we'll get to that eventually. Once I'm done fixing some of this terrain around the area, we go on to doing the scenery for the ride. I wanted to go pretty heavy on the amount of trees and shrubs on this ride so that it feels like you're carving right through the mountain. So on top of all of the scenery that you see me do in this episode, I think I'm going to actually go in and add some more afterwards. I know a lot of parks in recent years have been cutting down all the trees around their rides because it gets them better insurance rates, but I think that's kind of lame, so we aren't going to do that. The reason that I keep coming back and adding more scenery to this ride is that I keep looking at Eagle Fortress POVs as a reference. If you've never seen a POV of Eagle Fortress, it basically runs right against the ground for most of the ride, and that's something that I wanted to replicate here. Now this is nowhere near as intense as a ride like Eagle Fortress, but I did want to replicate a similar vibe with some Ninja at Six Flags Magic Mountain mixed in. That's a majority of the scenery work for this episode, and like I mentioned earlier, I'm probably going to do some extra off-screen. Now we're going to move on to getting some more queue work done, as well as finishing that station back there. For now, the sign that I'm working on is just going to have a placeholder on it, but eventually we're going to go back and add the main logo for the ride there. Now we're going to move on to doing the station for the ride. You'll notice that there's a spot where it cuts because I'm trying something off screen and I just totally forgot to hit record afterwards. but it was just a few minutes of me building a roof, so it's not like you're missing out on a ton. The ride as well as the area around it is pretty unthemed, but that's not an excuse to not put time into detailing, so I'm trying to add as much as I can. Otherwise, that pretty much does it for this episode. Golden Eagle is about ready for the 1994 season, so we're still on track with the park. Next episode, we're going to detail up the area around this ride since we haven't really had enough time to do that the last 2 episodes. After that, we're going to start work on our next land, which is going to go behind Timber Township and a little bit up the hill. I won't reveal what it is yet, but it's going to open with 2 rides and then have a 3rd one open a few years after that. That 3rd ride is going to be one of the most ambitious things I've ever done in this game, so I'm going to give myself a few episodes to work on that. But that's all for this episode. We're going to end with a POV of Golden Eagle, so thanks for watching and I'll catch you in the next one.